We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
What now?
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw his car. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
93. You're mine.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a pass is taken in by Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. Room here to run. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive. Turn it back over. This game could be 88 out the gate early.
88 out the gate? Yeah, what's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Once again, it's Jacobs. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Slot man moves right. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Cooper, the man in motion left. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Nance. And his throw here is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Nance. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one thing we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On play action, now Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
No! It's run!
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
And pin back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. The Dolphins come in with 2 wins on the year, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Back to throw again. Open man is Waddle, complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So 3 points there. CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 24, Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. The slot man in motion right. Carr now on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw a touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They'll look to throw again. And the Raiders have got him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taking it about the 1.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To throw on 2nd down, Nance. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off play action. Nance. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and it's 24-17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Adams the man in motion right. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. The kick by Carlson is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Nance.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nance is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 39 that time. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Operating from the gun, Nance. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Landon Collins made the tackle. A loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Carr. Oh, the slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing again. Nance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A gain of 6. That's good for the Dolphins.
Ready, set.
Throwing on first down. Nance. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nance. He finds his man. Complete. It's Connor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go.
On first down, Nance. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun. Nance got his tight end. That's complete. That's Connor.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Allen. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
6-18.
Throwing his car. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Third and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. Able to connect with Jacobs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's Carr. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here we go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Ready, ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought